Ancient will begin it. A best-of-5 grand final. Both teams everything to prove. And a last chance before he put a stamp on this season and go to a break. Spirit have been waiting since Csgo, Navi since Copenhagen. And Alexi wants a single map in a best-of-5 grand final.
Bit given a little space. I think that's a teammate shot to the back of the head. Navi don't want nerves now. Oh, wonderful. From the pocket. 2 nice ones, but they still take Cave from him. But those CTs who came in from middle now starting to scour down the ramp. It's a push through smoke, a little dangerous from Magix, but ooh, does it ever pay off? Ooh, Alexi.
There's the bomb.
Alexi.
Executed.
He drops it in the mud with man advantage and then also deploys the smoke. I like that. Keep anybody who could have gone donut from getting over here.
Oh.
Zontix turns around. And not emphasizing the bomb pickup, but rather holding flank. Great read from Zontix to keep this cool, calm, collected. As he fires through, now it's all Alexi. He goes through. Oh.
They don't even have to think about the devil on their shoulder, taunting them, telling them that, oh, not a good start. These are signs of a bad past. Instead, they can say, oh, we got momentum. It's our old selves. Navi have to stop that.
Molly's smokes all over. You know, there's always a question as to what kind of tempo Donk's gonna set out of the spawn, whether that's in a map or in a round. And speak of the devil, Donk in deep. Smoke grenade comes out from Cave. In the pistol, they were able to swarm this player. For now, Alexi dives behind box. Meanwhile, Zontix goes deep and surprise, surprise, bit caught out in the smoke.
Yeah,
great grenade usage. All this time, Alexi, he still hasn't been given a fight. Talk about patience from Magix. Wonderful starting to take a look over on A. He could just run into Chopper. I love this lurk.
Yeah.
Already trying to get ahead of any save. Donk goes into the cave and deletes them. And so far, this is Spirit looking untouchable.
Yeah, it's actually critical that they go for these exit frags as well. Just make sure that Spirit can't think about the next round, have any strong game plan they've got to be worried about. Try to get them in that buy save rhythm. Imma, 2 kills and the exit. Going to be a trying time if he's going to stay alive, and he can't take over Zontix. Zontix again. He manned up big time yesterday. Want to give him massive credit because I think he was criticized, you know, at Copenhagen for being one of the players who's most visibly nervous. And at his age and for the little bit of experience that he's had, that's okay, you know? And it makes sense that you can be ashamed to admit that you're nervous, of course. But clearly, he's done some thinking. Hallie has definitely had an impact on the psychology of this team. The matches that we've seen so far, it doesn't feel like that's a problem.
Back at it. Another mid-hit. Donk not gonna go down empty-handed this time.
It's copy and paste.
Why not? Rinse and repeat. It worked well without the entry in mid 1 round ago. It works just as well until JL, love it, interrupts the smoke. That temporary cover from Magix betrays him.
Are they gonna dive this?
Man advantage out. Now they're starting to fight fire with fire. 2 players bottom middle to deal with Donk. JL interrupting smokes. This isn't just setting up a retake where you get utilitied off your site.
But now we're setting up the mid round. This is where we saw previously Zontix find a very key kill. They'll make a connection now.
Yeah, but Wonderful's got this angle, Mohan.
But no one coming in from Donut, no one from A main for the time being, and a smoke on CT means, do they get the plant?
Ooh, does he dive this? He's got the flash, he's gonna
early.
dive with the up onto the site. Countered by Shiro.
They were waiting for it.
Oh, he is that stable pillar they rely on.
They were frothing at the mouth, man. They wanted in.
Because that was the nature of the rest of the round. That's what got JL into Magix. That's what got the donut fight in position. Alexi tries to play with a faster tempo, and now it is him that has to clutch. And timing's great. He sees the ball, but can't finish the kill.
Ready for that bomb to go down. They missed it. Shiro knew they were going to come through. He's going to run around. A big risk to take because you lose all your players trying.
Back-to-back conditioning rounds into that A hit. Zontix sniffs it out a 3rd time, but the rest of this pack for Spirit has other plans. I don't feel like Navi are falling for the possibility of it coming out a 3rd in a row. No way. Alexi takes responsibility of Cave. He's got 2 players dead B behind him. Trying to muster together some kind of an opening frag, but doesn't also want to die, so understand he runs from risks.
The timing on the molly is perfect, because they know he has to reload, so he can't play on the left side and wait.
Well then, foregoing the front room, but not giving up on B. In fact, getting a little antsy. We saw them try to fight fire with fire 1 round prior. Now they'll go for it again. Chopper on
Chopper or Opper.
Yeah, he can do it all. JL's in the corner, but while JL's down on ramp, Magic starts to come through cave. Shiro, very important trade, and then JL is able to turn the tide back into the hands of Navi. Swapped out the gun, everybody fighting on an aisle. Shiro's in the middle of them all. And this support has worked its way over. He's just gonna go for bomb plant. Chopper is completely out of this. I mean, it's Shiro or it's the CTs. It's as simple as that. He has already given up on holding off this defuse. Chopper will sprint to the back line. Wonderful's gonna stick this. It's 10 seconds all the way. Nothing he can do.
Nice, nice. That's Navi back in the round, back in the game. That move from JL. Instead of going to banana,
disrespecting the smoke, straight through it, into the op boost. Shiro looking for an opening, but Wonderful's on him. And they hit each other, but Wonderful nails the kill. Good recovery out of Magic's fast. Alexi just trying to keep up this tempo. Again, they get into the thick of it. Again, the trades come out. And just when you think things could come to a pause, a slight crawl through smoke. Eman bitten.
He's not done.
3 kills out of the young gun. Wonderful started it with the op duel, but now he has to end it with the clutch. Oh my God, Chopper, hold on.
The timing is insane, but you know what? This is Chopper's audible.
Eyes on the radar.
They're sending him back. Wonderful, we've seen amazing clutches out of him, but right now he doesn't know that he's being tracked.
Ooh, man, Chopper, a little delayed getting out of the house this morning, misses the train on the crossroads.
And we see if Wonderful's, you know, he's just found himself a place to save, sort of inadvertently, coming into the A site, wondering how they knew. But of course, ran right by Chopper. Chopper was in an unlikely spot. And this is Spirit right back to another dominant round, and a big one from Donk.
His biggest multi-kill of the game so far.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was doing a watch party when Kato happened, and I had to keep telling people that we're watching, like, this is something we've never seen before. He was spawning into maps versus FaZe versus everybody with 15 kills in the first 4 or 5 rounds. It was
truly phenom.
ZywOo existing is something that we thought could never be taught. So Donk is looking to make that his duty.
Great
to go above
fashion.
The bar that ZywOo has set, which is insanely high. Rookie #1.
This approach from Spirit has been so multifaceted. They've had intended targets on both half of the map.
It's just that they have the proclivity to go A is something that Spirit has shown us has worked versus Virtus Pro, who are playing open A sites.
Yep.
And the fact that they can condition you to believing they might just take it 2 rounds straight means that Navi cannot over-fortify other parts of the map.
Oh, deep position down the B ramp, though. That's the thing. JL tucks back into that very critical corner he's had in the past. And because you have forward presence on middle as well and Wonderful, you'd think you could go a little heavier on A. Maybe they don't think they need it just yet.
Wow, they approach that so carefully.
As the ramp smoke fades, it's actually JL to double back. So now Alexi takes up the mantle. You still have Wonderful operating out here on his own.
He's tunneled in, right? Because he just wants to hold on to mid, but you know what? Look at the map. Look
Just
at the map right now.
Sit right here and hold. Molly goes over top, doesn't disrupt it.
Oh,
fine by him. Go ahead, attempt the approach. All the while, Emes sits patiently back sight, but he drops the ball. Donk comes through, no flick shot from Wonderful.
Oh, and as soon as he crosses Temple.
Yet again, they get in. Whether they win mid or not,
it's not called.
It goes so deep. Zontix almost finding one inside of spawn. It is only Magix who's been able to keep it up because Wonderful's doing it all. And as he gets back around the corner of the donut, the 4th and 5th could still be his, but Bit's been spotted. The nade catches the How many rounds will Shiro take back?
Another. And it's the scaling once again that's working out very well for Spirit.
So awesome to see what Shiro can bring to the late rounds for Team Spirit. Always alive, always able. Fast one this time. Alexi gets swarmed. All right, Magix.
He said, talk about me a little bit.
Quietly climbing the scoreboard. 8 kills deep is Magic's. He'd had a rough month alongside Spirit's struggles. Was kind of down there alongside Chopper. You don't expect him to be at the top, but you'd hope he'd be higher up. And we've seen a turnaround since, right? I think Magic's form is returning back to the better times that we remember of him.
When he was a bit more of a carry, right?
To the previous Spirit major run. Csgo settled down now. But
dude.
Wait, no saves allowed in London.
Yeah, form with his calls.
Damn right.
And again, single-digit losses in the last 4 maps as well for Navi versus Spirit.
Donk loses so much health trying to get himself up the ramp. What can he do with 40? Well, it's better than Alexi's 20.
Same that I could do on 200.
He hasn't dived it yet. But let your guard down for a second, and Donk will come swinging.
This is a forced position, right? It's the last round of the half, and look at the buy that comes in. They wouldn't normally have invested in this.
Think about the rounds where CTs are able to hold B. It's when JL's down ramp. It's when they're kind of out of this bomb site. When they get turtled up like this, things go south for Navi.
It's a pretty simple call for Spirit, right? You play the clock, you play anti-eco on this round, and you wait to see their push.
That push may be about to come. It's just the MP9s. There's a flash in hand, but nope. Alexi, nothing. JL, nothing. Both your cave players fall. All the pressure now onto the sole M4 left. 3v5 is not where Navi want to end the half, but hey, if you gotta, you will. Emat cautious about the ramp peak, but does he anticipate somebody this far up? Free! Awesome stuff from Emat when a bomb site's about to fall, but Csgo and Zontix in another 2vx, another late round where they can just head on over to the other side of the map with a smoke on the CT lane. No way. Zontix dives this, and it works! What? Wonderful cotton transition. Bit's gonna come through with the flank, and he's not gonna waste any time. He doesn't expect it. Csgo does it again. They'll settle in, because we've got a best of 5 ahead.
Yeah, keep the energy alive and get ready, because there may be a comeback or two in this series. You never know. The pressure only mounts the closer you get to the finish line. And obviously Navi could not be farther away.
Plenty of time for Navi to turn around and give us like an Anubis performance from yesterday.
Definitely.
That's the beauty of the BO5.
I mean, what Spirit did to them in this first half was exactly what they did to Virtus.pro yesterday. Of course, you could argue that this competition is a different level up in terms of, you know, the mental obstacle of knowing they've lost to them recently.
Sprinkle in, though, all those 2vx situations that Spirit had as well.
Oh, those mid-rounds were fantastic.
You know?
I mean, that has me so confident that they're just not going to get nervous in this game. They pulled off from rounds, especially with Zontix, who, again, you just can't give this kid enough credit for what he just showed us. He took rounds into his own hands. He found the gaps on A. He stopped the mid-rotations. He saved the pistol round.
I mean, Donk
that was a reference half for Zontix.
But he also has his 8 deaths. There was a couple mid-rounds where Donk is the first death, and Zontix just picks up that slack so consistently. We talk about him, right? He's kind of living in the shadows of Donk, coming in at the same time. But he's the shade that'll pull you down to the depths.
They're gonna come through this?
Trying to.
Yeah, they are.
They'll jump out, and Csgo not sure which way to look, so it's a clean-looking split that comes up 2 frags Navi. Chopper overwhelmed alongside the Berettas. There is a decent amount of damage done here.
Oh, they're so curled up.
Man, he's looking to shred flesh from bone. Magic's, he gets 2. And with Zontix next to him, he takes back another. This is another 2vx. Oh, Alexi's in the corner, and he's keeping it cool. Dives to the right side. CT on the site. Alexi, take your time. Magic's will do the same. You don't know when he will swing, but what Alexi may not know is there is indeed a kit. First one's a fake, second also a flub. And as Alexi thinks he has to run, straight up in your face.
He's got the words.
Let's fucking go, boys. Come on. Come on. Doesn't matter the score. We are fucking good.
Guys, it's 0-0, we won pistol, and then it's gonna be what? 11-0 for us.
11-0 for us.
They sound calm, they believe it.
All right, man. Vima's on that. I can ride the vibe with him. They come out swinging into the round. But it costs them a lot of health. So
if you win the round and it doesn't look like that on a clutch, you don't have conversations like that.
Of course not. Thing is, you come swinging into the next round with that mentality. Let's slam them. And now you've got 3 players on shaky amounts of HP, even more so now that Alexi's on a quarter. Good for the lane players, though. Mid pressure taken off, right? Bit comes in, alleviates the issue. You've still got JL leaning back on a full bar. And you've got Navi nicely grouped up. But the scary thing with that is one lone MP9 spray down could just drop multiple bodies. So I anticipate Navi to split. Frag comes in, that'll make their jobs a little easier. Another nade, but it's not death yet for Chopper.
Yeah, I mean, there's guys on both sides of the entranceway right now. I don't know if they're...
Oh, this crossfire could be huge. He swings, and there's Shiro, the other MP9 with second. And we talked about the health. Look. This is the 1v4 from Shiro.
Oh, look how fast he went.
He cuts noise. Does he clear close? Because there's a player deep, but there's also one by door. And there it is, Eman.
Under Donk, showing us that it's possible. Then you don't deserve to win because you need to get a trade if you've got two guys, right, who are coming into a position where they know where he is. You have to get
Let
the
alone
kill.
three.
Yeah. This is a point-and-click adventure at the end of the day. Donk's just got the best mouse.
Feels like he's got the space, so again he'll press up, and that's always the looming threat as well for this climb up, for the lane fight. Zontix will hold your elbow. It's just this deep corner, which is occupied. Oh, Donk, just the one. Almost snaps it down to JL. Then that opens the door for Eman, who instead of getting countered by Zontix or Donk, is able to get out this time. So Navi, man advantage, trying to flex it along the cave. JL just with a little timing, and he does it on his own. A great chance for Navi to recover, but Shiro, mid-round, these have been the bane of Navi.
Yeah, and this is one of his key spots. He's been playing this place in Donut with an op ever since Gambit, you know, all the way back in the day. So at this point, you can call it back in the day.
But 1 round prior, 1 round ago, we get those missed shots.
Yes.
The door left open.
This round, though, they need Donut because they don't have a smoke to work with. Shiro will get action in just a few moments.
Yeah, but does he anticipate which side, right? That could be the problem. Yeah, you want to hold on to the site, but oh, the timing. He missed it. He doesn't know, and there Eman finds it. Shiro, not secure, unsure, uncertain. And so the slow squeeze from Navi finally gets Shiro out of a late round, finally gets them back immediately, right? That one off from Team Spirit's 11, but this is Navi at the halfway point to 12.
Yes, and that's Immo with another awesome round that shows us that he can do what Zontix had offered up for Spirit, and Zontix is still ahead in terms of how many times he's done it, but the quality of kills here is extremely high for Immo. Off the mid play, that sort of fails for a second when Donk gets his first kill, get the trade back. Immo slides out with a flash on the immediate timing, takes out mid, and they regain control of the entire round. He's getting his hard kills, that's the important part. Not terrible that he loses that spot.
Not one missed shot, Mo, from Wonderful.
Yeah, he still got their attention. So 6 out of the last 7 rounds here for Navi as they come back in.
What once felt impossible, now getting ever closer. 4 rounds the difference and lesser money here for Spirit. But again, man, this is a couple rounds now where, okay, not the rifle round. Maybe we don't dive too much into it, but middle's starting to be a piece for Navi, right? That B squeeze made possible by an early Eman red room peek.
Yeah, they took it B to mid with their cave smoke really fast. It worked out. We didn't have Spirit try to really fight into that previously, besides the one round ago where Donk jumped up, got his 1 kill, got traded back. So obviously such a key part of the map for the T side. If they can win mid, they can win rounds.
Little presence spotted up in Donut. 5-7's getting ready to swing. Ooh, he's trying to uncan them. Oh, God.
No.
Oh, hold on.
Wait, the bomb has to be going the other way, and
Hold on, things get frantic. Bit's trying to work on his own. Look at all the pistols, they're coming back. They want this fight. They try to take it. He takes them instead.
that's the tip of the drill for Navi. That's Bit. 3 up, and he says, come fight me. I'm sending the bomb the other way.
Ooh, high pressure.
I just want you dead.
He perforates the bomb site. They wanted to swarm. They thought that would sting. But it's all too easy for Bit, the headshot machine. Bit on the chase to try to deny it. And I mean, that's even a moment where Navi are super cautious on their approach. They just wanted to get that can of worms to come running out of Donut, but
Yeah, they got a little caught off guard right there.
bit off more than they could chew.
So Spirit have got the hard route, but it's not because it's been easy rounds. Navi have been making this, but that was a great move from Alexi. He's only got 8 kills, but he has a clutch, and he has this where he drew Chopper away, heard the reload, and then came and took position. Another save.
Navi boiling over with the confidence that's come by winning 7 of the last 8 rounds. This T side has done wonders,
Oh, no.
but last time they approached it, things went south. They've got to be careful.
Alexi.
Team kill. No, not now. It's Chopper through smoke.
This is for Map Point.
It was always going to be a long road, but to trip over your own 2 feet with Alexi B on the team kill. JL comes through smoke and falls, and Spirits 12 till overtime if we get there. That Navi momentum. Will they let go of their grasp after a hurdle that hurts in mid? Fights on elbow that gets Emet back on half health.
They fight a little differently here.
Ooh, Alexi queuing himself up, but at the moment, the T's are a little stringy. There's a bit of disconnect.
Re-aggression.
They're gonna try to move this forward. Donk on the headshot angle. Donk and Zontix are the reason they won that last round. They kicked it off, and now Alexi executes the player at the bottom of mid. Donk is between the 2. Can he recover? He turns it up. And Alexi tries to creep back, to join his forces into what could very well be.
Oh, letting him go. Is that the right play?
It's a site that they have hit hard, and it's a site that they have taken over, but it's not one that they want just yet. Minute on the clock.
This is when everybody's sweating. This is the most tense moment. This could be either team. And Navi are trying to take advantage of that. They have the fog of war right now. We don't know what site it's going to be.
Double Molotov.
The passive defense hasn't always been the best for Spirit. They need
Tons of
everything and
flashes.
more.
Man, they've got the util for the exec, and it doesn't look like Spirit are gonna try to interrupt it. They sit back on their laurels. They double up on this box. They've got to hold this line, and the Molly forces them into this fight for Magix. He holds a little longer, which means Donk's in position, and he's got it back turned. Man advantage here for Spirit, but the site belongs to Navi. Or at least so it did. Bit has to go big. His back is turned. He's down. He's done. And Spirit close on Ancient.
To show us that he can win a map in a best-of-5 grand final. So if you will, London, show him you believe.
Gotta believe. From the system, top to bottom, every single piece. Blade behind them, Alley on the other side. And what I love about map 1 is that we don't just get this total donk blowout. We get 2 teams firing up with a real chance to keep the counter-strike
He just started laughing. But it's like it was said on the desk, right? Donk inside a middle. That's what we're going to be watching for.
How dare you peek me in my doors? Magic's had a great map, in fact, finishes with the 2nd highest rating. 17 kills across Ancient. And if those pillars of Team Spirit are strong, man, it's going to be a tough order for Navi.
Yeah.
They do find the flank.
Yeah, and then getting that flank obviously opens up both sides of the map. There's still a minute up. They can make a decision slowly if they want to. Zontix wanted to go over to Hummer, now forced to fight, and comes away with 1.
That stands out. He knows what he was signing up for, but did he just sign their death certificate in this pistol? Because JL hears the stomping of Shiro in middle. Surely Shiro, in a late round, can't pull this off again. He sat outside windows, wonderful activates, but he jumps the gun and he misses. And then Alexi tries to fight, Shiro gets another! It's wonderful versus Shiro. Neither with their trusty op, 30 seconds to the clock, and bomb at the feet of Shiro, but through the smoke, wonderful goes!
We're just beginning here on Dust 2. Rebuy comes in, but the difference is now Spirit spent almost everything they have. Chopper with just an extra 1,400 bucks. Oh, he might die in that molly. Yeah, it's a trade from the grave.
It's enough damage.
Still a decent position, right, to get that kill early on.
Also kind of keeps the pep in Donk's step. Takes the action early. JL, sorry, buddy, you were locked in.
In this position, if they saw him cross, obviously in jeopardy of getting mollied out. We've seen Spirit use this exact setup over on B. But Alexi has some other ideas.
No.
Tough spot with the shadow. Flash is perfect, and surely he gets hunted down. Yeah, they had every protocol in place.
Zontix tucks head behind boxes, but he was seen on the crossover, so the layers here work out for the trades. Chopper gives himself a smoke. Beautiful shot, but okay. JL will come out. One frag into the 1v3, but the bomb belongs to Spirit yet again. So many of these moments, it's been tough, but does he catch them off guard? He goes underneath. It's a wild spray that just gives Shiro a target to hone in on.
20 seconds.
Not happening here versus Spirit.
No, not at all.
And we questioned it yesterday. We said, what if a game doesn't start off well? What if the rounds are tougher to come by? Will Navi keep that up?
I was more worried about that happening to Spirit for their sake because, you know, and we'll see if they do have a bad start in this best of 5, if they have struggles or crumble. But this is what they're used to. They're used to starting up 4-0, 5-0. They gave themselves room for a comeback to try to take place back on Ancient. And even though Navi did something really cool for, you know, the better part of that second half, they still didn't get more rounds than they did last time. They have not broke new ground here versus Spirit, where they are down 4 maps straight.
JL love the lurk. Into the corner, over the smoke, just by a smidgen. He catches the headshot, so Rifle starting well here for Navi. Little test for Catwalk again. And with the success they found on Cat with pistols, Aima's gonna be just chomping at the bits to get a chance over to Donk on ramp, who just tucks himself back behind fire. He gives up half his health by crawling back, being careful so that he can take this duel on his terms. He fires back towards the AWP, but it's the player that drops down that gets him off guard. So 3v3 with Magix.
There's your long anchor.
Beautiful headshot at this distance. Bits up next.
Oh, he's ready for it.
Magix locks down long, but wonderful plants. Oh, and these AT! Nice! So adamant about long control thus far on this CT side. I mean,
yeah.
Spirit on fire out of the gate. Magic's 5 kills, all impactful, all over on one portion of the map. You got Shiro in these late rounds doing his job. Zontix's utility, supportive as ever, and Donk ripping heads off clean. So this time it is guns, but oh boy.
Yeah, this is another key play that they do.
Love it. Donk plays behind the pole. He's got Shiro to work with. He's fully blind. The offer missed the shot. Shiro's down. Wow. Alexi B, double entry.
They came out ready for that. Pre-flash the top mid.
Looks like they're knocking on their first round win. They try to clear the corner. Zontix able to hang on, but now he's going to have to desperately reload as he dives back far. He gets away with timing. Imez at bat.
Can he really do that?
Just like that, he takes back what Alexi worked so hard for.
We're talking about Bits Lurk now.
Deep inside the A site, but the bomb gets cut off. Bomb control again. Alexi's down to 9. It is all Alexi thus far for this round, but remember, Zontix gets active.
And also Bit can get involved.
There are lurks on both ends, and the bomb still yet to be retrieved. Magic's losing almost all that HP. Zontix stoic, snaps up, misses his chance. Alexi B sees all.
With 9 health. 9 health he's got!
No.
The nade misses.
Ace! Alexi B! With that, on the board.
I gotta say though, I'm still very impressed with what we're seeing from Zontix, maps 1 to 2. That was a pretty much done position with no rotations inside a middle, solo B site.
Oh man, out fast.
Oh, but look at this! Look at the setup here for the CT side.
Yeah, Don comes back, he never sees it. Oh, he still reacts.
Wow,
of course he does.
Yeah.
And you're not just besting some chump, that's a bit dead. Surely this doesn't take another Alexi ace.
This looks scary though, right? It's you know, re-clearing mid it takes time, it takes resources, and it's a risk. So right now they know Spirit are totally blind. And they're starting to organize.
Wide swing, looking for the headshot. Ramp player keeps himself tucked, and Magic's, dude, rock wall.
Yeah, now it's a little scary to go up with Cat, but they can plant for it. JL,
Just
will
that
he
pistol.
catch this?
Chopper sitting over on the pistol,
Shot
so
missed.
he open this door is one thing. Wonderful decides not to go for the plant. Instead, he swings out and catches Chopper. so cautious about that flank. Zontix has to keep his head in this direction. And the bomb actually starts to leave. Hold on, what is going on?
Wait a second, yeah.
Zontix hears these moves, he's gonna come wide, but JL's got this locked in. 2 critical kills from JL to reopen the possibility of heading into B. Well calculated, well timed, and it works.
And it had to be that instant headshot. Nicely done. Looking like it should be 2 rounds in a row now as Magix makes this extremely long path around in through playground. This was an interesting moment because they could have even killed, I mean, obviously if it was anybody else, Donk would have died. I would like to see if Shiro's shot was hard or not, because he came back, right there to kill JL inside of middle, right on his rotation. He's probably got startled, right, of course. But when we're comparing the 2 operas at the moment, like Shiro's had big moments, Wonderful's had big moments, but Wonderful's definitely missed less, I want to say.
I'd agree.
At least when it comes to, you know, the stability shots, the ones that he's supposed to hit. But for the story of this series, glad to see Navi pick up back-to-back rounds. Sort of egg on their face when they lose to an anti-eco and then lose the match right after that, you know? Oh.
Alexi Ace to kick off a 2-round streak that's now got a real edge. Magix, having saved that AK, throws it on over to Donk. So let's see what Donk can do. Solo AK hero mode. Is there anybody else you'd rather have in that kind of a position?
No, I think it's great also that Navi had like shut them down inside of middle with like Shiro, Donk going at the top of mid. Like huge confidence play to take out of the repertoire. So now it's a way more classic position, but it's around where Donk is the only gun here.
And Navi have to be extra careful in these kinds of rounds. If we go back to Ancient,
they don't want to get embarrassed.
You know, exactly. If it wasn't Bit to bail them out, they would have lost 2 of these. That embarrassment doesn't look good on Navi, so make sure that it doesn't happen again here in map 2. Your chance, your momentum, much earlier on here in the second map, of which, of course, is their pick.
But still, you've got to play with confidence. They need to pick a site.
They've been cautious enough so far. They hit the 45-second mark, and JL's had enough of this waiting game.
They found an open house.
Yep, starts to move it over. And that 1 solo AK will do nothing this round. At least not enough to stop bomb plan. Bit trying to find timing top mid, good to go. There's an important move here for Navi just to make sure that they move on the board with everybody. A round of applause for a struggling Ime. Does it count if it's against the pistol?
It really does, actually. Yeah, it really does. Oh, there we go. Two will at least be 1.
Oh, snap back to reality. Donk.
Nice.
If he was in the right position.
Oh my God, wait a second. No, wait a second.
Kit.
They're actually running for this bomb.
He's got it covered. He goes down, and now Magix, no kit.
Oh, holy smokes.
Man, I felt this whole room pucker.
His first bullet accuracy from that distance, I just can't even understand it. Like, even the AK is just not that reliable. It's so crazy how we find those frags.
See, but isn't that one for generations? Especially if it had transitioned into a defuse. Back to the buys, Spirit. That 5-round streak at a start. Ooh, Ime. Difficult job, but he's gotten out to blue box where we have a round where Magix isn't deep inside of the actual pit. He's got flashes to support him.
They're looking a little discombobulated.
There's a little bit of a gap between smokes, but this is the tease to keep up pressure, so Magix hears the rumblings of it, doesn't want to stick around.
And they don't go for the reclear, even though obviously they wanted the fight just for a second. You can respect them taking long if you want, but it's a thorn in your side. You know that they stay here. Sometimes you can take long control, peel back with everyone, go for a cat split if you want to, or take full long as well. This is Dust 2. It can be long-centric at times, so they'll go for the crawl up.
Keep it going. Total forfeiture of the bomb site. There is not one person in it, so there's definitely enough utility for a retake if you're Spirit. You've got 2 nades, the molly, the smoke. You'd be good to go. Shiro, oh, nice!
Wait, there's one
snaps over and then nearly gets caught. Molly forcing him back. They open up the smoke. It's a fight. It's a clash. It's Donk and Magix to get a couple more, and just when all of that footing seemed good, bombs down, falls onto the shoulders of Alexi. No way he can do this again. Keeps it good.
Alexi's broad shoulders.
A second headshot in a 1v4 where the nade nearly takes him down again, and it's the pistol of Csgo to clear him. Spirit back on the board.
Yeah, not broad enough for that. All right, let's keep it going here on Dust 2. Second last round of the first half. And it's a long thing again.
That thing's broken, man.
Yeah, maybe you could get someone to drop it for him, James style.
That barrel ain't so straight. Just trying to keep a little vision over smoke, but
Is that the T-smoke?
it's a scout, man. It's a scout versus Shiro's op. Surely he's gonna win this one. Surely that scout doesn't take his head clean off, because Wonderful's gonna come hunting, preparing for the peak as his teammates work up the wall.
now
Good
it's
collateral. Great damage out of Csgo. But they do still get dangerously close, and this is a big commitment economically from Navi, so we've seen them get to the site with scraps and still fall short. Donk, good to go, 1.5, but it reopens. Zontix's nades have been fantastic. JL to take it back.
Oh, yeah.
And with Chopper's utility, he just revealed his position, but no, he's going for long.
Yeah, don't
he
worry,
throws the
guys.
nade from Cat, so they think he's there, and he's gonna come at this from a different angle. This is not a save.
He doesn't have the best gun to do this. They're actually planning for his position, calling him out entirely. Chopper on the walk-up. We'll see no one on the ramp. He has an HE. And we're talking about 2 players less than 50 HP. But there should be no way to lose this.
Spotted by one.
Hold on, here's the nade.
Crosses with both. Nade goes deep. It's almost good. You cannot kill Alexi with the frags. Oh, and he swings for the headshot.
As a tip of the spear on the A side attacks. It's been a half that he struggled, and sometimes the scoreline doesn't say it all, but we've seen it a little bit. Wonderful crossing
Saw
out
him.
blind.
He would have got a glimpse of Chopper in the pit.
Not the best guns here.
Magic just straight up burns him alive, and it's Alexi to save the day. 18 kills deep on this half.
He's got to be careful of reloading. This is an anti-eco.
Doesn't want to give away the gun because it could very well reposition. Csgo, he's let his guard down. He's picked up the other one, and he's going to win the duel. Now you've got 2 AKs in the mix, but does this serve as the move for Navi, or are Navi going to fall victim to another lesser buy?
The flank is fast.
It was the bane of their ancient, and it could be the end of their T-side here too for Spirit to maintain this lead. They swing with the MP9, and it's going to have to be greatness from JL. One is fast, but the bomb is out here for Spirit to possess. Smoke and nade atop of it. 80 health. He creeps on out, and Zontix, the final hurdle. So yet again, at the end of a half.
That's a 5 that has really stuffed him, and Spirit being, him being down 0-4 in maps versus them, that's another level to it. So Imma, not much in that first half, not much to start out the second.
And look at his reaction, dude. That's a competent nod.
Yeah.
Csgo feeling it.
Yeah.
After a few misses as well inside of the A site, nice to see him kick it off with that lethal P250.
And you saw how much fun they're having versus Vitality. It was a new Spirit for sure in terms of these big game moments. They weren't just yelling, they were laughing.
They've got this one about to pounce. Player off of the site. Would have been great for Bit to get something, but now 3v5 demanded of Navi.
Getting
this
melted.
lead's about to grow. Csgo's P250 from downtown. He'll be covering off bomb plant. And Alexi, try as he might, is not banking on teammates at the moment. We've got 5 frags on Bit, 3 for EMF, 4 for Wonderful. I mean, if it's not been him, JL can't do the rest on his own.
Yeah, no kidding. And now that conversation that Blade was having, that tack, where he wasn't even talking specifics,
Making the move
man,
forward, but falling back to Chopper too.
It makes sense now.
What? Okay, JL coming back at bomb.
Let's see what that L stands for.
Doesn't possess the kit. Tries to push into the site, looking to rock him. 3 kills into this 1v4. If only he had the time. Because mechanically, that was clean.
Wow.
Nope.
Navi. But now Spirit are burgeoning on 2 maps here. If Navi aren't careful, the buy comes in.
Come on, man. Somebody's got to kick it up. Ancient's one thing. Spirit came out with such a great game plan in the first half, and you almost made the comeback.
And we've used up timeouts. We've had coaches talking.
But
That's only favored Spirit.
enough of the tactics.
It's time to frag.
Exactly. This will be the map that embarrasses you the most if neither of these three players on Navi's bottom of the board can get anything going. So guns in hand, albeit not the op for Wonderful. Still a little bit of positioning here, so Spirit are forced to take a slower tempo than what they'd thrown out. But it does still feel like there could be a world of hurt inbound for the B split if they pull the trigger. Still, options open, minute to the clock.
Can be so dangerous to play up in an aggressive setup like this, but you know, Navi need to have some kind of map control, and they've already been cleared out of mid. Spirit know they're going to be playing close here or long.
Here we go, three-player pack.
They're trying
Navi
to
decide to swing, it could be great. And it is.
Nice.
Wonderful best donk, but here comes the B commitment. There goes the smoke. JL's got him. Lined up.
Oh, yeah.
Triple from inside of the site. Sit down. Chopper has managed to get out from mid, but he's flopped. And that. Limitations here as well. Tech 9 for Chopper. Ooh, they know what they want, though. There's a long fight set up. Look at the numbers. Bit crosses over.
Nice.
And Magic's dead first. Second does still emerge through the fire and the flames.
Oh my
Shiro
God.
and Donk
Wait, the molly missed.
kill a piece, and Donk with a little gap behind it gets sprayed back by Ima. Not to mention second player still incredibly low, but so is Ima. Everybody out here on longs working with minimal bits of health.
It looked like the movement was so good from Bit, but that molly wasn't.
That nade.
And there's that
It's
nade.
been so good. So the edge back to the hands of Navi. JL activates. Chopper's gonna have the warning, but JL bests him. It's the better weapon, but it's a door left open for Zontix. Always in the shadow of Donk.
He always takes it so slow in the clutch, make sure that everything is perfect. Right now, doesn't want to put that bomb down until he gets a frag. He's going to give space here for Navi to reorganize themselves. And they press tab and they know that this guy does things meticulously. Sometimes that can not pay off, but if he gets the bomb planted, then yeah.
He hasn't moved, man. That 20 seconds he just burned has given a lot of time for JL to come around on the flank, and so it's in the bag. Out long. Ooh, this time there's not nearly as much of a defense put up.
Yeah,
Previously, we were talking players on 10 HP stuck behind blue, so this is one of the best bits of footing Spirit have had on long thus far.
It's been very long-centric for them. A lot of good spawns here, and they take it. They force the CTs back.
Molly for
Alexi
Alexi.
has a smoke, excuse me.
All good. And of course, they know.
They can still nade him. They can still spam him.
No frags.
Oh, no frag. Oh, man.
In a game where the nades have been doing so much damage, Alexi's going to be able to hold on to this position, so there is a duel queued up.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
that
the
tiny
util from
little
the
incendiary.
CTs could interrupt this. Wonderful's, gonna slide right out. You want to wait for a fight? Wonderful takes it from you, and an additional smoke to still give Alexi room to work. He fires through the smoke, connects, and with Donk dead, the steam starts to evaporate out long. Spirit, that momentum they hope to bank on, it gets taken away from them. Navi come looking for fights.
Ooh.
And he'll just keep his head down for as long as he needs. The support from his teammates this round has been fantastic.
And JL just has the night shift, waiting around, knowing that he doesn't have to come in until later. Sprays a little bad here for Alexi. Still technically time to go for it, but so much information means the stack is on A. Spirit are gonna try. Once again, it has to be a total disaster. They've got eyes everywhere.
Bomb swaps over.
Oh, they're just gonna sit back.
Giving it over. Giving it up. But with that, tied game at 9.
I said, you can have long, you can keep it. Navi have tied up. Why wouldn't it? Because they knew he was there, he had to get out. So they waited for tragedy to strike. That's not a great sign for Spirit. And I don't know how they're doing on timeouts, but it feels like after that round like that,
I think
that's where you'd want to take one.
I think they're cooked.
Okay, Spirit on their own, maybe.
Wonderful in the pocket. And in between targets. Oh, he's chased down. He's desperately trying to get the op back out, but Zontix won't let him have it. Not the only op in the play, though, for Navi. We get this second one on Bit, curiously. And as he tries to get vision on something in mid, this is a great chance for Spirit to take that lead back. Because unlike last round, sure, they were closer to the site, but now they've got more control.
Oh, look, it's going to be fireworks in a second. Like, look how much action could potentially take place inside of middle.
This is Ema and JL.
Navi want control of it.
Stacked on top of one
Got
another.
the NOA boost here.
With JL on the bottom of the totem pole. Blind Chopper slides! Cuts them down to size. JL, full white, just goes for the spray down, gives away the position, and they peek in. Can Bit do this with an op? Will they give him anything to pull on? He is so sectioned off from the only other player of his team, but he does force them out. Chopper gets tagged, but Spirit show no stoppage.
Wow.
They slam the mid controls just right into B. It is smooth as ever. And
So when you see time be a problem for the T side, you think, all right, well, we're definitely waiting a few extra seconds in certain places. Maybe there's an opportunity. And it looks like we got something new.
only one round of the double ops for Spirit. Oh, dude, JL, you've got to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
It's a smoke and a frag in handy. Here's the util coming. He's got the A4. Can he mow them all down? Can he really hold them back?
Oh,
Not
flash.
blind. And the only other thing on this B site was a desperate spam. It's